Today we are going to see unit number 4 from our syllabus, that is brakes. Now before moving to this unit, we will discuss about what the brake is actually. We have heard too many times that brakes, we are using that brakes for bicycle. If you are going to take the simple example, even for the two-wheeler or four-wheeler. Now when we are going to consider these brakes, it means that when any body is in motion, and if you are applying some external force to reduce the motion of that body, that you are going to call as a brake. For example, when we are going to consider the braking system for the bicycle, at that time, though the total bicycle is moving, at that time the wheels are going to rotate, whereas the brakes or braking system which is used, that is in linear motion. So this rotary motion is compared with the linear motion, that two motions are different. So this relativity in the motion is utilized to apply the brake. What happens actually in that case, that when you are riding the two-wheeler, at that time that all that bicycle is in motion, that is in linear motion with the rider, whereas the wheels are in rotary motion as well as in linear motion. So when that wheels are rotating, at that time the center of rotation of that wheels is in linear motion, whereas all the things, accessories which are mounted on that bicycle will move in linear motion. So this rotary motion, against that we are applying some external force and we are reducing that rotary motion. As soon as we are reducing that rotary motion, whole things which are connected to that rotary motion or with that center of rotation, that is axle of that bicycle, will reduce its motion, and hence it will come to the rest or motion will get reduced. Likewise, this is one of the application. Most of the time we have seen these braking systems are used in automobile sector, whereas there are other sectors also where these braking systems are used, like in cranes, where we are in need of the braking system, whereas ropeways, in that case also we are in need of braking system. So for these all applications, we need to know what the basic principle on which this braking system is used or braking system is working. So when we are going to consider the brakes, we can make the definition of that. A brake is a device by means of which an artificial resistance is applied to moving body in order to reduce or stop the motion of that body. That body may be considered as an automobile, it may be considered as a ropeway, it may be considered as a crane, or it may be considered as a elevators also. So when that are in motion, at that time if you are going to reduce motion of that moving part, that agent or that system we are going to call as a braking system. Now these braking systems are working on the principle of friction. So what is friction? When two bodies are having relative motion with them, then the friction will create. So this friction is always in the opposite direction of the motion, and it reduces that motion, it will oppose to that motion. So friction is a one of force, and that force is depend upon mu, that is resistance which we are going to provide, or it is called as coefficient of friction. So mu into Rn is the normal reaction, that when we are applying force on any surface and when we are trying to move that surface, at that time as you are applying force, it will create the reaction. So reaction which we have to consider, that is normal reaction, normal to that surface. So that normal reaction and coefficient of friction will create the frictional force which will be in opposite direction of the motion. So this principle is used in the braking system, every braking system. So when we are going, now the friction part is not for us, it is not in our syllabus, that's why what we are going to see, we are going to concentrate on braking system. So only consider that the frictional principle or principle of friction is used in case of braking system, and I have explained that principle in brief, what the frictional force is and how it creates or how it works. Now next, when we are going to see the types of braking system. Now basically there are 6 types which are in actual practice. Out of that, first is mechanical type of braking systems or brakes, which works on mechanically force and frictional force, that is applied force and frictional force. These are the major what parameters which we have to regulate, which we have to consider for the application of that mechanical forces, mechanical brakes. Then hydraulic brakes, where the hydraulic fluid or principle of hydraulics are used for the applying the force, that is to carry the force and to multiply that force. All over the principles of hydraulics are used, like when we are applying pressure, it will get distributed in that system, closed system, equally. Likewise, these principles are used. These are called as hydraulic braking systems, where hydraulic oil or any other fluid is used for the transmitting and multiplication of that forces. Then disc brakes. Disc brakes are nothing but basically previous brakes which are there in automobile sector, automobiles, that was of drum type. Nowadays also we are using that drum type braking system, but it has shifted from brake drum type to the disc type. That is, disc is connected with the wheel, and from the both side of the disc the actuators or frictional material is used. So that is called as disc type of braking or disc type of brakes. Even for the two wheelers also nowadays this brake type of brakes are used. Then next type is pneumatic brakes. In case of pneumatic brakes, as we have seen in case of hydraulic brakes, for the transmitting and multiplication of that forces, we are using air, pressure, or that pressurized air. So that pressurized air is transmitting that forces which are applied by the driver, and that will get multiplied if it is required. Then next type is called as vacuum brakes. Like in case of pneumatic brakes, pressurized air is used, whereas in case of vacuum brakes, vacuums are used, so it will apply the force. Anyhow, force application is important, and if required force multiplication is important. The next type is the electrical brakes. In case of electrical brakes, the principle of eddy current is used. We know that eddy, when the any conductor is rotating, at that time the current is generated, or if you are supplying current, that conductor will start to rotate. So, and in that case the one reverse current is generated, and that is called as eddy current. So eddy current is the current which is opposing to that supplied current or supplied EMF, we can say, that is electromotive force also. And that principle is used in case of electrical braking system, and force is generated by means of electrical way. So that is called as electrical braking system. Now we are concentrating on the mechanical type of brakings only, and hydraulic and other type of brakes are studied further way in the further courses in the due time of our this mechanical engineering. So when we are concentrating on the mechanical braking system, at that time this mechanical braking systems or brakes are divided into 4 types. Out of that, first is called as block and shoe brake. In case of block and or shoe brake, actually block is used. This is the oldest type of braking system against rotating body. If you are applying force, relatively stationary block, then it is called as block braking. So wooden blocks were used. Nowadays asbestos materials are used for the braking system, but in old days wooden blocks were used, and that blocks were pressed against the rotating drum, and that is called as block or shoe brake. Then next type is band brake. In case of band brake, rope or belt or flexible steel band, that is very thin flexible steel band, is wounded on the rotating part or rotating drum, and with the help of that the force is applied to stop that rotating drum. So that are called as band brakes. Next, band and block brake. uh, Advantages of both the types, that is block and band, are used in this type, that is band and block brake, where uh, band is bounded and blocks are connected to that band, so we can apply more force as per the requirement. Multiplication of force will take place, and easily we can apply the brakes. So it is called as band or block brake. And last type is internal expanding brakes. These internal expanding brakes are mostly used in automobile, and they are popular in automobile sector. So they consist of two symmetrical shoes pivoted at the fixed fulcrum, and one actuator is used, so that it will actuate and it will press that shoes against the rotating drum, and hence friction is created, and the required braking will done in case of that rotating drum. Now one by one we'll see this type of brakes. So first of all we'll see the single block brake. In case of single block brake, the theta which we are considering as a angle of wrap, that is again we are dividing that angle from the center line or the vertex line, we can say, of that drum, and one side is considered as a theta, second side is also considered as a theta, so hence that angle is going to become 2 theta. So you can clearly see in the diagram how that theta is measured. And most important thing is that the force analysis, while doing the force analysis, radius of drum is important, and the force which is used for the uh, doing braking is important. Now these type of brakes consist of block, and that angle of wrap is considered as less than 60 degree, so it comes under the category of single block brake. If the angle get increases, then different type of name is given as a different type, and it is related to the force analysis, because the frictional force which we are going to consider is distributed uniformly, and below 60 degree where we can consider that the force is acting at one point. Otherwise we have to take the integration of that forces, frictional force, and then afterwards we can utilize this for the analysis. Now here you can see that when drum is rotating in clockwise and anti-clockwise direction, how the braking force is generated. So in this case you can see the lever, and to that lever one block is mounted, and which is pressed against the rotating drum with the help of one fulcrum which has supporting to the lever. So next type is called as pivoted block brake. In this case the angle of wrap is more than 60 degree. So already I have told you that when the angle of wrap get increases, then the force which is considered calculated in case of friction, that force is calculated by means of integration method. And in this case this block is connected to the lever, and it has a angle of wrap more than 60 degree, and lever which is used or pivoted at certain point, stationary point, and external force P is applied on the lever, so that it will create the friction between rotating drum and comparatively stationary block. Here also it is important to have the distance of that fulcrum from the applied force, then distance of that drum center from the pivot or that applied force, and to get the uniform wear in direction of applied force, block or shoe is pivoted, that is it is pivoted to the lever uh, instead of uh, connecting it rigidly. So that what happens that according to the rotation, that block is allowed to have the motion, slight motion, as it is pivoted to the lever. So it is called as pivoted block brakes. Next type, we are going to see the band brakes. Now these band brakes or rope brake, it is called as, they consist of a rope or belt or a flexible steel band which is very thin, lined with the frictional material. That is, frictional material is connected or applied on that band. Leather is also used for the creating that band, which is more popular, which wrapped partially around the drum. Now when we are considering this wrapping condition, you can have one question that why it is not wrapped 360 degree. But while we are going to wrap this 360 degree, then there are problems for creating motion in the drum. So it is partially wrapped, and we are going to apply the external force that to create the frictional force and to stop that drum. When band is pressured against the external surface of the drum, the frictional force between the drum and band will increase, and it creates the frictional friction, and this frictional force creates the frictional torque, and hence braking action will be take place. That is, rotating drum will get stopped while we are going to